welcome to Bonnie's Creative Place.stampinup.net. And today we are going to be making this cute little shark card. Isn't this adorable? I seen a card like this somewhere on Pinterest or something, but I had no clue how they made it, and I don't know, and so this is my twist on it. They had some other stuff, but I really liked this card, and I had to try to make it and had to share it with you guys. So this is what I did, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get started, if you are new here or if you are returning and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little pink square down in the right hand corner. If you will click that square, that will let you subscribe to my channel. And if you click the bell, you'll be notified right away. If you just click the pink square, you'll get notified also. So, some other little news in this month of March, on the 3rd of March of 2021, you can order the Butterfly Brilliance Bundle. And I will have all the information of this listed in my description box below, along with where you can find me on Facebook, where you can find me on my blog, and if you would like to subscribe to my newsletter and all that fun stuff. So go over there, check it all out, subscribe, share. It would just be a big support. So let's get started, guys. Now I want to let you know, this card is going to take a little time. It's not going to be a quick card, but it's not a hard card neither. It's just a little time. So we're going to set this right here. And one of the two stamp sets that we're going to be using are Shark Frenzy and Well Done. We're putting these two together. I will also be using the dies for the sharks. Oh, I feel like I can't talk today. I'm very sorry. I've done a couple videos ahead of this. Maybe I should have took a little coffee break or something. So we have our basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4 in the middle. And then we are going to have our basic black, and this piece is 5 1/4 by 4. And I can just go right ahead and stick this piece down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So there we go. And then we have a piece of Whisper White. And this piece is 5 by 3 3/4. And I can't put that down yet, but we will set that off to the side. Then we have a scrap piece of Whisper White to stamp our little shark. So I got him. And then we have a piece of Designer Series paper. And this piece came out of the Well Done. Well, I think it's called Well Done. A Whale of a Time Designer Series paper. And I picked out the one, I kept it together so you guys would see what I did. I picked out the one that went, had like this, like the sunlight coming down through it. I picked it out, and then I cut this right at, what was it? I cut this at 3 1/2 so that I could put it through my little guy there, and I would have this piece extra if I wanted to use it for something else. So I just wanted to let you know how I cut that. Then we are going to bring in our circle, what are these? Layering circle dies. And we're going to bring in the layering circle dies. And I think it's the second biggest one here, which is right here. I'm just going to double check it. Yep. Okay. So it's the second to the biggest one. So it's not the big one, it's the next one down. And then I put this so it was right, kind of eyeballing the center from these kind of lines that come down through. So I put it on there like that. And then I'm just going to use some of my Post-it note tape here. And we're going to put that on there. We're going to bring in our machine and our little platforms that we need. So bring in the little guy, open this up. We need platform 1, we need platform 2, then our paper with our die, and then we need another platform 2. Now they say when you use the little guys is to off-center them, and it'll go better through the machine, and it does. So here we go. And I'll put this right over here off to the side. And then we will remove all the post-it tape. And we'll have that. And I mean, you could keep this if you want to get some little things off or use some pieces on the back. Whatever you want to do with it. So I'll set that off to the side. Now I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to bring this in like so. And we need 2 colors. We need Night of Navy first, and then we're going to use Seaside Spray. I have a blend from the blending brush, and I've designated this brush for my dark blues. So I'm going to be using this right here. And now this is my top when I cut it out, because I have my lines that are going down. I'm going to try to be mindful of this. So I'm going to color, and I color left-handed, so that's why it's sideways on the paper. So I'm going to color down through here. I'm going to go up the sides a little bit on both with this Night of Navy. And it's going to take quite a few times. So you're going to start off the paper, and then you're going to go up onto the paper. And off and up on. And you want it darker at the bottom. I'm going for the effect of like you're way down deep in a dark sea or ocean, not sea. And there's a shark down there. And it makes me think of like Shark Week. Instead of the cute little do 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 do, it's like do do do, like when you're watching a shark movie. And I'm like, oh, if you know anybody that's into Shark Week or really likes, you know, the Shark Week. And to get this to come darker, I'm pressing, because I really want it to be dark at the bottom. I think I've talked to you guys about that with the brushes, that if you want it dark someplace, really press it into the ink and then really just go right for it. You don't have to go off a lot, but I am, because I want it really dark. And I'm trying not to go up too far, because I will be adding some of my Balming Blue. Now I'm going to turn this, but I'm going to be careful, because I want to get a little bit more right here, but I don't really want to go past here anymore. I just want to get it a little darker on the sides. And then I'm going to do the same thing this way. And I'm just going to get it a little darker. This is one reason why I really like the brushes, is that you can make them light or dark. You have a little more control than you do with the sponge. And I feel that, I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting this more the way I want it. And here's my line here and here. So I'm going to get a little bit right here, and then I'm going to go to my other color, because I think then I've got a good little amount there. And I can always come back to that color if I have to. So now I'm going to bring in my seafoam, and I'm going to use it right on the same paper. I'm just going to move it over here this way, because I don't really want it to pick up any of that dark ink. And I'm just doing it on the side where my line is, because I want to kind of deafen or make it stand out the line where it's coming down through, like the sunlight. So that's what I'm trying to do here without going over it. And I'm going to blend this a little bit right down there. See, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm sticking with this little line that's here. So I'm trying to hide the little, if you could see the line. I'm trying not to go over that little line. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but I can see it here. And I'm going to do a little bit right in here. I'm not going to add any more to my brush. I just want to add that there. And I think that looks good. So I just transformed a piece of paper. And I'm just cleaning off my brushes to make sure there's no more color on them. And I really use this one a lot. So I could be using a whole sheet here. It's getting there. There you go. I could probably use a little more, and I will do it after I am done with the video. I've got a little bit of ink on my hands from that, so I'm going to dip my hands in some hand sanitizer, and I'm going to just rub the tips of my fingers. I didn't know if this is a little tip if you guys don't know this. It's not going to remove the ink, but it's going to prevent the ink from transferring on to my cards and stuff. So that's a definite must-have if you don't have one. I'm going to get a new scrap piece of paper because I need one for all the stamping we're going to do now. So I'm done with these two colors, so I could put these away. Okay. So now I'm bringing in Mossy Meadow black ink. I'm bringing this, or black ink, oh my goodness, see, I can't even talk. Green ink, Mossy Meadow. And so I'm going to stamp this little leaf or seaweed, whatever they want to call it. And this came out of the shark. Yeah, not the shark bundle. This came out of the whale set. And I'm going to stamp one right here because my line is coming down. So I'm going to stamp one right there. And then I'm going to come down a little bit and over, and I'm going to stamp one right there. Then on this side, I'm going to stamp one, kind of see where my line is here. And then I'm going to stamp another one right about there. Okay? And it's to give it that dark feel of being down in the sea. And then I'm taking this coral. And normally coral are different colors, but because we're way down in the dark sea, you can't really tell what color it is unless you had a flashlight down there. So I am just stamping this over top of the flowers and stuff that I already stamped. Flowers. Oops, that almost landed. Over top of the seaweed that I already stamped down. So there we go. So now we have some seaweed. And so now we're done with the Mossy Meadow. And now I'm going to bring in some fish on this card. I should have had this card. See how I have some fish going across there? And I have them like they're dark fish. You can't see them. They're probably absolutely beautiful fish, but we're going for the dark look. So I'm going to bring this in a little bit. And we're going to stamp these fish right here. I'm going to stamp them once. Kind of make sure I have pressure on all of them evenly. And then we're going to get them again, and I'm just kind of offsetting them a little bit and stamping them down. So there you go. So now we have our fish going through the light, but you can't really tell that they're still too dark. So now we have this. Well, now you're probably wondering, how did I get those bubbles on there? If you can't see in the card, I got these little bubbles. Well, I went ahead and I got the bubble die that you can have. I got out my favorite gel pen, and it's got a very fine point on here. And all I did was I traced these around. I just went like this around, gave it a little dot, and I did this one. And then I decided, oh, I want this one here. So I did this and gave it a little dot. And I just kept doing this until I felt like I had all the bubbles that I wanted. Okay, I think that's good. So now I have all my bubbles, and so now I can put this on here. So all I'm gonna do is I got some snail. Or even if this would be a great man card. They like to fish, or if they like sharks or stuff like that, this would be a great manly birthday card. It's kind of cute. And now before I go any further, I'm going to bring in the doot doot doo. But it's doo 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 doo, like a horror movie kind of thing. I can't even make the good sound. We're going to stamp him down here, just like that. I probably should have waited and done that afterwards because my shark might be down a little far, but we'll figure it out. So now we're going to stamp the shark, and I'm going to bring in the black Memento ink, and we're going to stamp him right in the center of this, just like that. Then we're going to bring in the basic gray, and we're going to stamp this up. This is his body. I'm going to stamp it up pretty good. And I'm lining this up. Stamp it down. Just like that. There we go. And then I took the light gray granite blend here, and I ended up coloring in his belly because I want him to look more dark for being down in the sea. And then I went ahead and I took my very nice fine point pen that I like. Let me get this ink out of the way before I put my hand or something in that. Put that back. So I took my very fine point pen, and I'm going to zoom you guys in so you could see what I'm doing here. Did you guys even see that? You guys probably missed all of that. So I just added shark teeth, and then I colored it in with the white gel pen. So sorry. I should have looked up to make sure you guys were in. I pulled it closer to me. I'm definitely done doing videos after this one. Got to take a break. So now we're going to bring in the little guy. And then we're going to take this off from here. And now I did not, now if you have a scan and cut, you could do that. I do have a scan and cut, but I didn't do this. This is what I did and how I did it, so I'm going to show you. I don't want all this black or white showing that's around here because I want it to look like it's down in the dark depths of the sea. So yes, I trimmed this all off. So what I did was I took my Stampin' Right marker and I take the brush end, like this end here. I take that end and I'm going to pick it up and very carefully and slowly go around your card like this, and it hides any white that is on the card. And then we're back to the beginning. And then you're done. And now we're going to bring this over, and I'm going to tape this white piece down. In the center, just like that. And put this in here so you guys can see them both side by side. And add some snail to the back of our shark. And we're going to sit him right there. Just like that. So that's my shark card for Shark Week or for whenever. So thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Bye-bye.